Have you ever heard of a painting that sings? I mean, really, a painting that tells you its story out loud. Well, today we're going to unroll the incredible story of Bengal Pattachitra, a tradition where every single brushstroke has its own voice.
Okay, I want you to picture a time way, way before movie theaters, before projectors, even before silent films. How did people get their dose of epic storytelling?
Well, this is how. They gathered around to watch stories unfold on a scroll. This was the original motion picture, you could say. It was portable, it was hand-painted, and it was powered entirely by the human voice. This was the world of Pattachitra.
So, let's dive in. What exactly is at the heart of this amazing tradition? What makes a story on a scroll so captivating?
The name itself, Pattachitra, kind of gives the whole game away if you break it down. Patta is Sanskrit for cloth, the canvas, and chitra means picture. So it's literally a cloth picture. But the magic happens when these long scrolls are unfurled, frame by frame, while a special song called the Patergan brings the whole thing to life.
And this art form is super versatile. It's not a one-size-fits-all deal. For those really long, winding, epic stories, like the Ramayana, the artists use what's called a Joreno Patta. It's a vertical scroll that can be, get this, up to 25 feet long. But if they just want to capture one single powerful moment, like an image of a deity, they use a Chokopata, which is a single square canvas.
Now, to really truly appreciate Pattachitra, you have to understand where it comes from. And I mean that literally. This art has a deep, deep connection to the very soil of Bengal.
Yeah, we're not talking about art supplies you buy from a store. Everything is sourced from the world right around the artist. The canvas is made from cotton cloth or paper, and it's stiffened with a special gum they make from tamarind seeds. Every single part of it is a piece of the local environment. It's sustainability in its purest form.
And the colors? Oh man, this is where it feels like pure alchemy. Just imagine it. The artists are grinding redstone by hand to get this warm saffron color. They're holding a pot over a burning lamp just to collect the soot for the deepest black imaginable. They're crushing delicate blue aperigita flowers or gather local white clay. Each color isn't just a color, it's a story, a little piece of the Bengali landscape.
So you have this incredible handmade scroll. But right now, it's silent. It needs a voice. And that brings us to the person at the very heart of this tradition. They're called the Patua, or sometimes the Chitrakar. And believe me, calling them painters doesn't even begin to cover it. They are the keepers of the stories, the traveling minstrels who carry this living, breathing heritage forward.
And here's where the story gets really fascinating. A lot of the Patua artists are from the Islamic community, yet they are the main storytellers of Hindu mythology. They paint and sing these incredible tales of gods and goddesses like Krishna and Durga. It's this beautiful, seamless blend of cultures, a living testament to a kind of harmony that's just, wow.
So yeah, the Patua is a true multitasker. They wear so many hats. Of course, they're the painter, but they're also the composer and singer of the song, the charismatic storyteller, the traveling entertainer who was once the main source of news and fun in the village, and even a social reformer, weaving important lessons into their tales. You know what absolutely blows my mind about Pattachitra is that it's not some relic frozen in time. It is alive, and it is constantly evolving, reflecting the world as it changes. I mean, just look at this journey through time. The art started with the great Hindu epics. Then it started to include local Bengali folk tales and Sufi stories. By the 19th and 20th centuries, it was taking on social issues. And today, Patuas are painting about everything from global events and natural disasters to modern campaigns for women's rights and literacy.
It's basically transformed into this amazing kind of folk journalism. The Patoa is like a visual reporter, taking big, complex current events and weaving them into the traditional scroll and song. It's a genius way to make the news of the world accessible to everyone, right there in the village square.
So, you're probably wondering, in our super-fast, hyper-digital world of smartphones and instant updates, how does an ancient art of hand-painted storytelling actually survive, let alone thrive? Well, it has adapted in some really clever ways. The art has found new canvases for its stories. You can now see these vibrant, beautiful Pattachitra motifs on everything from saris and home decor to handbags and accessories. It's a brilliant evolution that brings this ancient aesthetic into our modern lives and helps the artists make a living.
And here's something that was a huge deal for protecting this art. In 2018, Bengal Pattachitra was granted a Geographical Indication, or GI tag. This is a big deal. It's a legal protection that basically says this is the real deal from this specific region made by these artists. It safeguards the art's authenticity and makes sure the people who create it get the benefits.
And this revival isn't just happening in a museum somewhere. The heart of it is beating strong in places like the village of Naya. This isn't just a place where art is made, it's a living, breathing cultural hub where hundreds of artisans are practicing this tradition every day. And most importantly, teaching it to the next generation.
And all of this leaves us with a pretty big thought, doesn't it? In an age of endless digital streams and AI-generated everything, what is the real power of a story that was painted by hand and sung from the heart? I think it's a reminder of our timeless need for human connection, for authentic art, and for a good story well told.